Hey, this is a quick walkthrough on how to configure your emails in CheckoutJoy to send from your own custom domain. This works for abandoned cart emails, dunning emails, and the upcoming emails features where you can send broadcasts and email sequences. So in your CheckoutJoy dashboard, you head over to settings. There's a new emails category there. Link, you click that link and you get three options here. One is to set up your verified sending domain. There's also an option to verify email addresses, and lastly to set up your sending address. Okay, so let's run through the options quickly. Your verified sending domain, that would be your from address. So when you send an email to a customer, the orders@yourdomain.com, that is your verified sending domain. So in order to verify a domain, there's a lot of steps that need to be taken. In the back end, that's handled by the system. We do, for instance, your SPF, DKIM, and your DMARC, which is all authentication, email authentication protocols and methods to make sure that your emails are delivered to the inbox and that email is verified and that it doesn't end up in a spam folder. So your first step would be to set up your verified sending domain. So once you have your domain configured, you can add sending addresses. So if you've added your domain, you can add any email address to send from. Okay, so let's run through setting up a sending domain. So what you will need to be able to do is add DNS entries to your DNS settings for the domain. So the first step you need to do, click on Add Sending Domain, which gives you this pop-up where you need to enter the domain you want to verify. So you need to have access to the DNS settings. That is what verifies the ownership of the domain. And another thing that we recommend is using a subdomain of your main business domain, just to keep automated emails sent by the system separated from your business emails. So platforms like Kajabi do the same. Anything that they send from Kajabi Mail is sent from m.kajabimail.com. So that's normal practice to keep your automated emails separated from business emails. So I'm going to save this and we're going to start the verification process. We'll see the system now generated a bunch of DNS records that you need to configure in your domain's DNS settings. These are the 6 records you need to add. I'm going to quickly run through the process of doing it. So, all right, so let's set up your DNS records. So my DNS provider for invoiceahoy.com, I use a service called Route 53. That's an AWS service. You might use, I don't know, GoDaddy or Cloudflare or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're all pretty much the same. I'm going to run through adding a record here. So the first one I'm just going to go through and add these 6 records, copy the value, going to paste it there. So important here is that you don't duplicate the host, the domain name. So in my case, they already add the .invoiceahoy.com. It's not always the case, but you just need to check on that and make sure that it doesn't add a div twice. So this is a CNAME record and the value is that guy. So I'm going to copy it, paste it, create the record. All right, I'm going to run through the rest. We'll speed it up. You don't have to look, but okay, so I've added all 6 records to DNS so I can start the verification. And this may take a while depending on the DNS. It can take up to, well, it says up to a day. Usually it's a lot quicker than that. But the system will let you know when the domain is verified. You will receive an email and you will see the status here changes to active. All right, so after a while, you'll see that your domain has been activated. The status will change to active, and you'll also receive an email from the system to say that your email domain is now active and you can start setting up your email addresses. So the next step would be to create a verified email address. You do that under email addresses, and this is what the customer actually sees in their email client. So this is where the email is from. So that would be info@yourdomain.com or hello or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to create an email address here. Let's call it, it's from Invoice Ahoy. That's cool. And email address would be something like updates. All right, there we go. updates@m.invoiceahoy.com. So this is your verified email address and it will automatically be verified because of that. So you just need to create it. There you go. So now that you have a verified email address, you can start sending emails to CheckoutJoy. So the first place you would use this is with your revenue recovery, the abandoned checkouts emails. I'll give you a quick run through there now. The last one just to note is the mailing address. So this is your physical address of your business, and that is automatically added to all emails at the bottom of the email together with an unsubscribe link. So that's for anti-spam laws around the world. That's basically required for any business around the world these days. So that's this address. All right, let's do a quick view of the abandoned checkouts feature. So you go to revenue recovery, abandoned checkouts. So this is obviously the reminder that's being sent a few minutes or whatever you want, hours after a customer has abandoned the checkouts, and it will send them a friendly reminder with a link to a pre-populated checkout page. So you can customize the content of the email. And what we can do now is in your from address, you can select your newly verified email, which is on your domain. So this is what the customer will see in an email from Invoice Ahoy, and this is the content. So things you can add here is the checkout link, which would be the abandoned checkout or the optimized checkout. So that is their current order that they've abandoned, pre-populated on the checkout page. They don't have to do anything. They just need to click on that link, add their payment details, and you will recover that purchase. So other things you can add is custom personalization, first name, last name, the email, and the cart items if you want. So it will list all the items that they've added to their cart as a reminder. Okay. And that's it. This is, you can now start sending your custom emails from CheckoutJoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with a demo of the abandoned checkouts feature.